Alright guys, so today we're doing a gear review. We got all my gear that I'm going to be taking on Kazbek. We're going to go through all of our technical gear, our clothing, and I'll give you a bit of an estimate of how much I paid. Without further ado, let's begin. Alright, so let's start with clothing. So first off, we have our woolly hats. This is made of merino wool. It's going to keep me warm on Kazbek with my head. Obviously, you need to have your head warm because then you're just not going to make good decisions. I paid about maybe, 20, 30 zloty. Next up, we have our socks. So these are also merino wool. These are very good. I've been using them for quite a long time. They definitely make you feel comfortable and very warm. And these cost about 50 zloty per pair. Right, next up we have a hat. So this is more for the actual approach for the sun. I'm also taking the one I'm wearing now. It gets pretty sunny on the glacier, so this is definitely going to stop me from getting any heat stroke or just getting dehydrated very quickly. And I paid about 20 zloty for this. Next up, we have the trousers. So these are semi-Gore-Tex, breathable. These are basically like a waterproof for snow. And they also block the wind quite well. And these are from Simon, from Decathlon. So obviously very good quality and very cheap compared to other trousers. And I paid about 250 zloty for these. Right, moving on, we have our Buff. So this is a Buff from Buff. The brand is called Buff. And it's a balaclava basically. It's made of some synthetic fibers and merino wool. And also going to keep my whole face warm. Going to prevent me from getting frostbite as well. Then we have two pairs of buffs. These are also synthetic, no merino wool. I got these from Decathlon also. Probably put the value of these about 10 to 20 zloty. Right, next up we have fleece. So this is, it's got the Rebolt technology, so this is going to keep us warm as well. This is going to be our layer above our base layer. I'll put the value of this about 100 zloty. Alright, so now we can move on to our gloves. So gloves are a very important thing on a mountain. We must need our hands and fingers to be warm, not to get frostbite. So I'm bringing two pairs of thin liner, synthetic and slight merino wool. But these are just going to be our initial approach and maybe just walking around the huts with these. Next up, we've got our more thicker gloves. And next up, we have our big ass down mitts. And these are also from Simond. Very, very warm. These are rated up to about negative 20 degrees Celsius, which is crazy. I don't think it'll get that cold on the mountain, but this is just as a precaution, just in case I get cold. Now we're moving on to the base layers. So again, these are from Decathlon. I love Decathlon, I love Simons. They have probably, I think, one of the best quality to price ratios. But these are merino wool. Very important thing to have merino wool. It wicks the sweat and it dissipates it and evaporates it very quickly, which keeps you warm. And I'll put these about around maybe 200, 300 zloty. All right, so next up are the coats. So we have a small little down jacket. This is rated to about -5, -10 degrees Celsius. This would be the one thing I'm going to be laying with in addition to my Gore-Tex jacket. Very nice. It's actually quite light as well. Most of my gear is very light, which is very important. This, I think, about maybe 100 to 200 zloty, also from Decathlon and Simond. And now our Gore-Tex jacket. So this is a Millet. I'll open it up. A very nice jacket. It's Gore-Tex as well. Very breathable as well. And it has a 20,000 millimeter precipitation limit. Also part of my layering system. And this, I bought it on Vinted, and I bought it for a very good price of 350 zloty. I checked online, and it costs actually more than 1,000, so I got a pretty good bargain for it. All right, and I think the last bit of clothing, we have our massive down jackets. So this is a 800 Suin Simond Makalu. It's rated up to about minus 25 degrees Celsius. I got this for a good discount as well. Bought it for about 450, 500 zloty. All right, so that's the clothing section done. Now we're going to move on to our more technical gear. And yeah, let's start off with probably the most important piece of equipment that we need to have on the mountain are good boots. So many people have probably seen that I've been wearing two boots. I was wearing the Scarpa Phantom Tex HD. The problem is I bought too big of a shoe and I thought they were good for me. They're not. I kept on getting blisters. But besides the point, I bought some new second-hand shoes. And these are the Scarpa Mont Blanc Pro GTXs. I can't lie, these shoes are absolutely amazing. I've used them a couple of times during training and also my outdoor activities on Wołowiec. Yep, I'm super delighted with them. They are obviously a B3 boots. They're pretty rigid. Fully automatic or semi-automatic crampons are compatible with the shoe. And I highly recommend anyone who's looking for a good, maybe not budget shoe, but a good B3 boots for ice climbing, mixed climbing, rock climbing, and mountaineering. These are a very good pick. And I bought these on OLX or Facebook Marketplace for about 450 zloty. Next up, we have our crampons. These are a very important thing as well on the mountain, especially when we have ice, walking on glacier and snow. So I bought these for about 350 zloty. These are the Camp fully automatic Ascent Pros. These are obviously, again, fully automatic, but I have also the semi-automatic compatible thing. But yeah, very good pair of crampons. These are non-technical as well, so we don't have the technical spikes on the front. Next up, again, a very important thing, we have our harness. So this is the Black Diamond Momentum 4S. Bought this in Decathlon for also a discount. Bought this for about 250 zloty. It's pretty standard harness. It's not the best, not the lightest. I would say it's quite an entry-level harness. But for what I'm doing now, I don't need such a lightweight harness. This will do the job walking on a glacier or getting attached to each other by a rope. All right, next up, again, another very important thing in mountaineering is a helmet. We need to wear helmets for mum to stay safe if any rock fall, anything, if we fall over. This is as well a Simond, and this is the lightweight version. So this weighs around 200 grams, so very lightweight. Basically feels like I'm not wearing a helmet at all. Have this for quite a long time. It's also been signed by Adam Bielicki, so this is a very famous Polish Himalayist. Quite a lot of achievements he's done. Met him on his book fair or his book talk. Very nice guy. Definitely go and check him out. I paid about, I'd say 250 zloty for this helmet. Next up, not really technical gear, but more of a necessity on a mountain, especially in the huts. The huts get very, very cold at nights. So I've had this sleeping bag that's rated for 0 degrees Celsius. Had this since I went to Nepal. Very good, very comfy. And yeah, I bought this quite a long time ago. And I think it was on discount. And because it's a very high power sleeping bag, it's quite expensive. I think this is the most expensive gear I've actually have in this whole thing. This was about 900 zloty. I mean, it's very expensive, but I think for a sleeping bag, you can't really go cheap. You have to go a little bit expensive just to get that little bit of more comfort. All right, now we're moving on to a little bit of glassware or eye protection. So here we have some snow goggles. These are the Red Bull Specs. They are category 4, so this is pretty substantial for any glacier. If there's a lot of sunshine, we need to obviously avoid getting snow blindness. That's a must. So category 4 is going to block out most of that UV radiation and UV sunlight, so we don't get any eye injuries. Very good pair. Bought these on a secondhand website or OLX, and yeah, bought them for 250 zloty. Another piece of eyewear we have is some category 4 sunglasses. So I bought these on GOG. They are also sponsoring Adam Bielitsky. And yeah, these are basically the GOG Category 4 Manus sunglasses. They have really good side protection, and I have bought the nose protection as well, because my nose gets pretty sunburnt when I'm in the sun, so I don't want to get any sunburnt. So yeah, I've got the nose protection as well. Highly recommend if anyone is looking for a good price sunglasses for Category 4. Bought these again with a discount for about 350 zloty. Next up, we have some pair of locking carabiners HMS with some slings, some 60 centimeter slings. So because we're doing some glacier travel and some glacier training, we need to have 2 locking carabiners to perform some crevasse rescue. Yeah, these are very important. They are a must, and yeah, our guide basically told us we need to have these for our training. And I paid about, for the carabiners, I paid about 40 zloty for one, and for the slings about 20 for each. Next up, we have some micro spikes. So this is, I mean, I'm debating if I need to take them or not, but this is more of a precaution. If there's some ice or some snow, but it doesn't really require to put on my boots and my crampons, I'll just put on the micro spikes just to be safe, so I don't have to worry about slipping or falling when there's going to be some ice. Quickly, we got a foam mat in case my arse hurts and I need to sit down. But yeah, this is just a little bit of a comfort thing, and yeah, again from Decathlon, like 20 is what it's. Yeah, it's not a necessity, but I feel like it's just a bit of a comfort thing. We have our walking sticks with our snow dishes. Again, these are, I'd say, pretty important as well for a little bit of stability. And yeah, just to kind of set a little nice pace on the mountain. The snow dishes were sold separately. They were about 20 zloty. But the actual 4-class 500s, so the actual walking sticks, these were about 70 zloty for one stick. These are quite big, and yeah, they do take up a lot of space, and it's a bit annoying. But yeah, so far they're pretty good. And finally, we have probably, again, one of the most important things we need to have on the mountain is a ice axe. So this is the Black Diamond Venom. It has some protectors on it right now, but I've got a hammer points at the end, and an adze. And yeah, this is just basically a standard ice axe for mountaineering, nothing too technical. It's a 50 centimeter because I'm a very short person, so obviously I'm not going to be walking around with a 70, 80 centimeter. But yeah, I've had these for all my adventures since I started, and yeah, I have nothing bad to say about it. It's an ice axe. It does its job. It saved me a couple of times when I slipped and had to self-arrest. So I owe this thing my life, and yeah, I'm definitely going to have it for much more adventures. The ice axe I bought for about 300 zloty on Facebook Marketplace. Moving on to some water or some liquid containers. So this is the Simond filtration bottle. So this will basically filter out absolutely everything, or 99.9% of bacteria, viruses, or diseases, any particles. This is a pretty important thing on the mountain as well. The water at the hut, it might be a bit suspicious or a bit dodgy, so this is definitely going to save me hassle of not getting ill on the mountain, because that could be a make or break situation. But yeah, I paid about maybe like 150 zloty for the bottle. Next up, we have our Stanley thermos. I'm not too keen of Stanley. A bit about the trends with Stanley when I had it. I got this as a gift from my sister, so thank you sister. I love you very much for the nice thermos. But yeah, I don't really know how much it costs, but I mean, if I would have to guess with the quality and the experience with it, I'd say it's pretty expensive. Especially if I got it from my sister, it's priceless. So we'll keep it as priceless. There we go. All right. So now we're starting the last bit of the gear showcase. So starting off with some head torches. So we have my main head torch I'm going to be using on our summit push. So this is the Simond. I can't remember the model. Maybe I can find it. I can't. Anyway, but this is basically a Simond head torch. It's about 300 lumens, so quite high power. It's got a lot of settings. It's got a red light, white, very strong, and super, super strong. But this is going to be very good for me. As a backup, we're going to have this just simple head torch that I had in Nepal as well. It's not very high powered, but if anything, if this does fail, which I hope it doesn't, I have quite a lot of backups. I've got also a battery pack as well. I've got batteries to replace this. Next thing, obviously, with me and my boys, so we have 2 people, including me. We are from Poland, and our other partner is from the Czech Republic. I'm obviously going to be bringing my Polish flag with me because we obviously have to do a summit photo with our national pride. So we got our flag here. National pride's got to be there. It's got to be there. All right, next up we have a compass. This is pretty self-explanatory why we need a compass. About 20's worth, I think, something like that. So, and the penultimate thing we have is a med kit. So this med kit is going to be very, very important on the mountain. Obviously, our guide and each one of us will have a med kit with us. But here I've got some personal things I need. So with my IBS, I'll have my tablets. I have some foot warmers, some heel blisters, plasters, some sunscreen, some anti-friction cream. I've got some blankets, so those are for in case we get stuck in a snowstorm or a blizzard. Hopefully not. If we need to use them, we'll wrap them around ourselves to get warm. Got some bandages, obviously, and some plasters in case we get any cuts. We'll have some tablets for some stomach problems. Hopefully not. I definitely don't want to get stomach problems on a mountain, but If worst comes to worst, then I'll have them. Potentially might bring some Diamox, some high altitude sickness tablets, but I think we won't go to that situation. Hopefully we will acclimatize perfectly and not have problems with altitude sickness. And lastly, we have some electronics. So I've seen that motivation comes very quickly with some music. So if we can play some music, we will. Obviously, we'll be respectful. I mean, I don't tend to like to blast music if I'm out in nature. But I feel like I bought this for the descent down. So when we're in the hut and we've successfully summited, we could put a party on to celebrate our summits. So that's why I'm going to be bringing the speaker. We have 2 power banks. This one is a dual charge one, so I can charge my phone twice, or my GoPro twice. And we have this white one, which is a slightly lower power. We're also just bringing 2 just because redundancy. And just a bit of attachments for the GoPros. And that is basically it. I'll put the subtotal here of how much I paid. And I'll also be making a video of the whole ascent and descent of the mountain, the whole trip. But we'll see. We'll take everything step by step. And the first priority is Kazbek. And I'm very excited for it. So we'd like to bore you guys. Thanks, guys, for watching. And God bless you all. See you guys on Kazbek. Bye-bye.